Camila and I'm an interior designer and architect, and welcome to my second video in this virtual interior design course. In the first video, we talked about what to expect from this journey, but today we're going to talk about one of the most exciting parts of the process, discovering your own personal interior design style. So what's even a design style? In simple terms, a design style is the overall vibe or look that resonates most with you. It's something that reflects who you are as a designer, your personality, and the way that you see things. Knowing your design style, it's a game changer. It can help you create decisions faster. It can help you build a cohesive look with all your designs, and of course, it will resonate you and all the designs are going to speak for themselves. Let me start with something personal. When I first started my journey in interior design, I thought I was 100% modern with very neutral spaces. I was drawn to white, black, maybe gray and beige, that's all. But as time went on, I realized that something did not quite feel like me. I started noticing I was drawn to textures, warm woods, maybe even cottage style florals, or maybe rustic touches. And funnily enough, that started to show up in my outfits too. I'd buy a soft floral top or a gingham print dress, but then I hesitated to wear them because I thought, that's not my style. But guess what? It was. And this is when everything clicked. I realized that we're not just one thing, we're a beautiful blend of a lot of styles. And not only in interiors, also in everyday life. So there are plenty of interior design styles. What we're going to do now is I'm going to show you key interior design styles and pay a closer look to what each one of them makes you feel. This is your instinct trying to guide you through your personal interior design style. Modern style. So modern design refers to a specific period that emerged in the early to mid 20th century. This style is all about simplicity, clean lines, and of course, functionality. The furniture pieces here were often created in a low profile with a minimalistic approach, focusing on, of course, the essential elements without any embellishments. The color palette is typically neutral. You can see blacks, grays, and of course natural materials like wood or metallics. The goal here is to create a calm and open spaces that don't feel uncluttered. Think of the iconic architect Le Corbusier. He was always thinking of spaces that feel both practical and also that feel artistically. Contemporary design. Unlike modern design, which has roots in the past, the contemporary design evolves as a trend shifts. So it draws inspiration from a variety of sources, including minimalism, industrial, or even mid-century modern, but adapts to current tastes. The key here is the fluidity. This design does not have any rigid rules. You might see clean lines, open spaces, and of course, a lot of curvy furniture and tech-forward elements. So what makes contemporary unique is that it's not tied to one time period, but rather it reflects the current design style. Mid-century modern. This design style is a subset of the modern design that became popular particularly from the 40s to the 60s. It brings a bit more warmth and personality to modernism by incorporating organic shapes and also vibrant colors. You'll see a lot of clean lines, but also softer curves, and the furniture has a more sleek, functional feel. One of the hallmarks of this mid-century modern style is the integration of the indoor and outdoors, and often featuring large windows and open floor plans. This style is rooted in practicality, but it also celebrates the beauty on geometric patterns and also pops of color. Minimalism. So minimalism is all about stripping away the unnecessary to focus on the essentials. It's an extension of the modern design, but takes a step further by embracing emptiness and an open space. In this minimalistic space, every item has a purpose, and the design revolves around clean lines, neutral colors, and a sense of serenity. The furniture tends to be super simple with smooth surfaces and functional forms. There's a strong sense of less is more, and spaces are left uncluttered to have this sense of calm, which simplicity will leave each element to shine. Organic modern. The organic modern style blends the principles of modern design with nature-inspired elements. While it shares the clean lines and functional approach of modernism, organic modern introduces softer textures, warm woods, and natural materials like stone or linen. It's more relaxed. It's an earthy version of modernism that focuses on bringing the outdoors in. You can think of minimalistic living room with a wooden coffee table, a jute rug, or soft natural tone fabrics. The result is a space that feels grounded, connected to nature, while still maintaining a sleek contemporary aesthetic. So it's perfect for those who want a modern look but are looking for a more warm and lived-in kind of interior. Rustic. The rustic design brings the beauty of the nature indoors. It's grounded in natural materials and organic textures. It often reflects the charm of rural living. You can think of weathered wood, stone, iron, and of course, earthy tones. The rustic style emphasizes raw, unfinished surfaces and imperfect beauty. You can see that the furniture is typically sturdy and practical, with a handmade or a reclaimed feel. And of course, there's also a sense of history in rustic spaces, like antique pieces or vintage finds that tell a story. So it's about creating a connection with nature and embracing all the imperfections that an interior can have. And of course, making the space feel cozy and timeless. Transitional. So this is one of my favorites. So transitional style, it's the perfect blend of traditional elegance and contemporary clean lines. It creates a balanced, timeless look that feels both sophisticated but also comfortable. This style often features classic furniture silhouettes, but in updated fabrics or finishes, blending the warmth and richness of traditional design with the sleek simplicity of modern aesthetics. This design style avoids overly ornate details but embraces soft, curvy, and tailored lines, and of course, refined materials. So it's all about balance. It's the perfect style to mix the old and the new and creating a timeless space. It's perfect for those who wants to have not too formal and not too trendy kind of interior style. Scandinavian. This design style is known for its warmth, simplicity, and functionality, which is influenced by the cold, dark winters in the Nordic countries. It combines clean lines and a minimalistic approach, but with an important focus on creating a cozy and inviting space. These interiors typically feature light wood tones, neutral color palettes like white, gray, and beige, and a lot of natural light. The furniture is sleek and practical. Often you can see soft, rounded edges to make the space feel more approachable. And of course, soft textiles like wood or sheepskin and linen are used to add warmth to these spaces that feel a little bit more modern and homey at the same time. The goal here is to create a bright and warm space, but also that feels welcoming and a space that you want to rest. Bohemian. So this bohemian style, it's a free spirit, eclectic and full of life kind of style. It draws inspiration from the global countries, especially from places like Morocco, India and Mexico. And it celebrates creativity and individuality. The Bohemian style spaces are layered with color, a lot of patterns and textures. Of course, rattan furniture, macrame wall hangings, colorful pillows, patterned rugs, and you can have some handmade pieces or vintage pieces that tells sort of like a story. It's all about mixing and matching. Plants are also an important element in Bohemian interiors. So the beauty of this Bohemian style is that there are no strict rules. It's about what makes you feel good. So this Bohemian style, it's sort of a personal expression. Farmhouse. This farmhouse style is inspired by the charm and comfort of the country living. It blends rustic elements with modern convenience to create a home that feels both lived in and functional. This style embraces simplicity with a focus on family-friendly spaces that, of course, encourage relaxation. The signature feature is the use of natural materials such as wood, metal, and stone, and these are paired with the natural colors like a palette of white, grays, and warm earth tones. A key component of the farmhouse style is the blend of practicality and warmth. It's about bringing elements to your home that feel that it's a down-to-earth retreat. Classic and traditional. So this style, it's all about timeless elegance and symmetry. It's rooted in the past with influences from the 18th and 19th century of the European interiors. This style features rich, luxurious materials such as dark woods, marble, and velvet, and they are paired with details like cone moldings and also heavy drapery. You can see that the color palettes tend to lean towards deep, rich hues, but also natural shades and very bright interiors. There's an air of sophistication and refinement with this style that emphasis on balance, harmony, and the careful selection of each individual piece. So classic and traditional spaces feel always timeless. They are never out of date. They are perfect to also include in different styles. Industrial. So this design is inspired by the raw and finished beauty of factories and warehouses. This style embraces exposed brick, steel beams, concrete floors, metal fixtures, combining with materials that are a little bit modern. Industrial spaces tend to have an urban feel with large open floor plans and very high ceilings. The furniture and decor are often simple and functional, with a focus on exposed hardware and utilitarian design. The color palette is typically neutral. You can think of grays, blacks, and browns, and of course with a pop of rich metal tones and raw wood. It's perfect for creating an edgy, modern kind of vibe, and also it feels a little bit masculine. This is great for lofts or spaces that want to feel this moody kind of vibe. Eclectic. So this style, it's bold, playful, and it's a blend of different design elements. It's often mixing old and new, traditional and modern. The key to eclectic design is personal expression. You can combine a variety of styles, textures, and colors that reflect your unique taste and personality. It's all about mixing and matching pieces that you love, regardless where they fit within a traditional style. You might find vintage furniture alongside of a contemporary art, vibrant patterns next to minimalistic furniture. It's sort of like finding your own kind of style and harmony within the chaos and using a color palette that shares textures and also a bold palette that ties everything together. This style is perfect for creating spaces that are one of a kind. It's full of surprises and always it's fun and with lots of colors. Glam. Glam design, it's all about luxury, opulence, and bold glamour. It's characterized by rich textures, metallic accents, almost gold, and dramatic statements. You can think of plush velvets, shiny chrome or gold, and mirrored furniture. These interiors often feature high-end finishes like glossy surfaces, ornate light fixtures, and jewel tones accents, purples, emerald, deep blues. These furniture are often sleek and stylish with clean lines but luxurious materials that add a touch of sophistication. It's not just about comfort and sophistication, it's about creating a space that feels indulgent, chic, and of course, fabulous. Vintage. So the vintage design takes inspiration from the past eras, of course. It's often focusing on mid-20th century or earlier periods. It's a style that evokes nostalgia, combining old world charm with modern sensibilities. These interiors are full of character, featuring furniture and accessories from specific time periods. The pieces are often unique. You're not going to see a vintage piece everywhere, and they of course have a story behind them. It's about celebrating the past. This style is usually mixed with some modern styles just to keep it fresh and timeless. Coastal. So the coastal style brings the fresh, breathy vibe of the ocean indoors. It's all about creating a light, airy, and tranquil atmosphere with a focus on natural elements. You can think of light woods, whitewash finishes, shades of blue and turquoise, or soft neutrals. This style often features weathered furniture, woven textures, and natural materials like rattan, wicker, and linen. These interiors are designed to evoke the feeling of being by the beach, very relaxed, calm, and comfortable. The furniture is typically simple but functional, with an emphasis on creating spaces that feel open and filled with natural light. The idea of the coastal design is to bring the serene coastline to your own home. So now I want to mention that there are some hybrids that are right now that we can see. You might heard about California Cool or Modern Cottage, Inspired Modern. These are beautiful blends. So if you feel that you're not fitting in just one style, that's okay. No worries. You can, of course, create a beautiful, unique mix of the ones that you like. So now, how do you find your own style? Here are some tips that definitely helped me. First, take a look at your Pinterest boards. What are you pinning over and over? Now, notice your emotional response. Do you feel that spaces are cozy, calm? How are they making you feel? Pay attention to your lifestyle. So do you like a structured space or clean lines, or do you want to feel like you're more like a comfort and a lot of layers? And lastly, this can help. How are you on fashion? Are you more minimalistic? Do you like blacks, whites? Do you like to go edgy or romantic? These can be also a good things to notice. So the truth is that you don't have to fit in just one box. Many people are just a beautiful blend of different styles. So the thing is that you have to find what is that you love, like what is the kind of styles that you want to go for your designs. And of course, you have to find what is typically you. So thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you really like all the design styles. Comment below if you have any favorite. And of course, don't miss the next video that we're going to talk about the design principles. That's super interesting. And don't forget to subscribe so you can see the next episode. Comment below if you have any questions, and don't forget to read that description below this video.